Most companies missed the Google layoff story in 2026 because there was never one big headline. No single number, no dramatic announcement, no one-day shockwave across the hiring market. But that does not mean the talent pool is small. It means it is hidden. Google's 2026 engineering reductions happened through rolling performance cuts, platform and devices restructuring, voluntary exits, and management delayering. And for hiring leaders, that creates one of the most interesting engineering talent windows of the year. The key point is this: Google did not move through one clean layoff event. It moved through several separate actions. In January, there were performance-based separations across teams. Around the same time, platform and devices employees in Android, Pixel, and Chrome saw voluntary severance options. Then, in March, the combined platform and devices group saw hundreds of involuntary cuts tied to restructuring. On top of that, Google's management delayering continued into 2026, especially affecting managers with smaller teams. So the market did not see one obvious talent release. It saw fragments. And because of that, many hiring pipelines are not built to find these candidates. For employers, the most valuable group may be the one most likely to be misunderstood: Android and platform engineers from Google's Pixel and AOSP teams. These are not simply Android app developers. They worked deeper in the stack. Think operating systems, hardware abstraction layers, kernel drivers, Bluetooth stacks, camera subsystems, power management, and the framework-level work that makes modern devices function. If your screening process is looking for Play Store app experience, you may reject exactly the candidates your embedded systems, robotics, automotive, consumer hardware, or defense technology teams actually need. There are three profiles hiring teams should understand. First, AOSP and OS-level engineers. These candidates bring experience in C, C++, Kotlin, kernel-level work, hardware interfaces, and device performance. They may be ideal for embedded software, custom hardware, robotics, aerospace, automotive, and connected devices. Second, Chrome and browser infrastructure engineers. These candidates may have experience with rendering engines, JavaScript runtimes, security sandboxing, multi-process architecture, and performance-critical front-end systems. That background can transfer into WebAssembly, high-performance web platforms, security tooling, and complex browser-based products. Third, recently delayered engineering managers. Many are senior engineers who moved into management, led smaller teams, and now want a leadership role that is more hands-on and closer to execution. The biggest mistake is treating all Google alumni the same. The January performance cohort and the March platform and devices cohort are different. One came through a performance-based process. The other came through structural reorganization. That distinction matters. It does not mean you should automatically accept or reject either group. It means you need to ask better questions. Which program did the candidate come from? Was the exit performance related, voluntary, or structural? What team were they on? What level of the stack did they work in? What systems did they own? Standard recruiter keyword screens will miss this. Standard Android interview questions may miss it too. Another misconception is compensation. Yes, Google total compensation is high, but total compensation is not the same as cash-based salary, and separated employees are not always negotiating from the full headline number. For mid-market and enterprise companies, there may be real hiring opportunities in practical base salary ranges, especially when candidates are relocating, moving to lower-cost markets, shifting between IC and manager tracks, or prioritizing mission and stability. The mistake is assuming every ex-Google engineer is out of range before the first conversation. The hiring window is uneven. The January cohort is already further along in the market. Many of the strongest candidates have landed, but not all. The March platform and devices cohort is still more active, especially for companies that know how to recognize platform engineering experience. And the management delayering pool is staggered, which means new candidates may continue appearing throughout the year. This is not a moment where companies can wait for candidates to apply through job boards. The best people may not be posting publicly.
They may not have resumes optimized for your ATS. And they may not describe themselves using the keywords your team is searching.
The companies that win this talent pool will not be the ones with the most generic job descriptions. They will be the ones that understand the difference between app development and platform engineering, between performance exits and structural exits, and between headline compensation and real negotiation behavior. If you are hiring for Android platform, embedded software, Chrome infrastructure, cloud product engineering, or engineering leadership, now is the time to look carefully at this pool. Core 1 is already tracking these candidates. Bring us the role details, and we will tell you whether there is a direct match or whether the pipeline needs to be built from scratch.